Well, I'm not a big proponent of friendships, never have been. We moved around as a kid, and I've always left friends behind. So, I didn't really believe that, people had friends. And even as an adult, I would tell my girls, they used to say things like, well, Dad, my friends wanted this and my friends want, and, I'd be, that guy that said, friends, that friend stuff is overrated. You'd be lucky if you have one good friend. So, that's really kind of how I spent, my life, I worked in a profession that was probably as un-Christ-like as you can be. I worked in the casino business, and our false god was money. That was everything. Every 30 days you evaluated where you were, and that's how you got your self-awareness and self-worth. And was it more than you did the last 30 days? And on the first day of the next month, you were thinking that I got to do better this 30 days than I did the last 30 days, right? Because my quest is, the bonus that comes at the end of the year. And all life was about the bonus. Aggressively going after that single vision is going to be shallow without having Christ in your life. I think that I would have been probably a better executive, if I had a more Christ-centered life. Even though I had to still make some of these decisions, I think I would have probably done things a lot better. And here's the thing about bringing Christ into your life. It not only makes you a better husband, it makes you a better father, and even makes you a better businessman. I got to tell you that since I've been at this church, and I come in contact with people, I see sincerity, and people have said to me, hey, if you need this, or why don't you come do this, or, and I felt it was genuine, I think through involvement in the church, especially in family ministry, and the marriage part of the church, that's where, it's meeting over weeks and weeks and getting to know people and hearing, I think I've had a change of heart, and my change of heart is I really value the closeness in the relationships that I have now, and I call those people my friends, and it's more than one, it's a group, and so it has changed my life, and that's all come through because of the church. If I was out there not involved, I'm pretty sure I'd probably feel the same way I have most of my life. If we were sitting down 15 years ago, I know this interview would be different. But luckily for me that I have grown. And that's what I want for young men, young married couples. I want them to grow in the church and in their marriage and in their relationships.